Pompeii, the tragic story of a buried city. Delve into the history of Pompeii and learn about the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD that buried the city in ash and pumice, preserving it for centuries. Today, we will take you on a journey back in time to the legendary city of Pompeii, which was tragically destroyed by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. So, let's uncover the secrets of this ancient Roman treasure. Pompeii was a bustling Roman city located near the Bay of Naples in present-day Italy. It was founded around the 7th or 6th century BC and thrived as a prosperous trading center for many years. Pompeii was home to approximately 11,000 residents who enjoyed a rich and vibrant city life. The city's streets were bustling with merchants selling their goods, while artisans worked diligently in their workshops. Pompeii also boasted various entertainment venues, such as theaters, amphitheaters, and famous public baths where people could relax and socialize. Pompeii's fate took a catastrophic turn on the morning of August 24th, 79 AD. The nearby Mount Vesuvius erupted, spewing a massive cloud of ash and lava into the sky. Within just a few hours, the entire city was buried under a thick layer of ash, preserving it in time. It wasn't until the 18th century, more than 1,600 years later, that Pompeii was rediscovered by chance. Excavations began in 1748, revealing an astonishingly well-preserved city frozen in time. Thanks to the volcanic ash, Pompeii offered a unique glimpse into Roman life and architecture. Organic remains, including wooden objects and human bodies, were interred in the ash. Their eventual decay allowed archaeologists to create molds of figures in their final moments of life. The numerous graffiti carved on outside walls and inside rooms provide a wealth of examples of the largely lost vulgar Latin spoken colloquially at the time, contrasting with the formal language of classical writers. Following its destruction, Pompeii remained largely undisturbed until its rediscovery in the late 16th century. Major excavations did not begin until the mid-18th century, which marked the emergence of modern archaeology. Initial efforts to unearth the city were haphazard or marred by looting, resulting in many items or sites being damaged or destroyed. By 1960, most of Pompeii had been uncovered but left in decay. Further major excavations were banned or limited to targeted, prioritized areas. Since 2018, these efforts have led to new discoveries in some previously unexplored areas of the city, including a banquet hall adorned with rare, well-preserved frescoes depicting various mythological scenes and figures. Pompeii is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, owing to its status as the only archaeological site in the world that provides a complete picture of an ancient Roman city. It is among the most popular tourist attractions in Italy, with approximately 2.5 million visitors annually. Pompeii was built approximately 130 feet above sea level on a coastal lava plateau created by earlier eruptions of Mount Vesuvius, 5 miles away. The plateau fell steeply to the south and partly to the west into the sea. 3 layers of sediment from large landslides lie on top of the lava, perhaps triggered by extended rainfall. The city, once by the shoreline, is today circa 2,300 feet inland. The mouth of the navigable Sarno River, adjacent to the city, was protected by lagoons and served early Greek and Phoenician sailors as a haven port later developed by the Romans. Pompeii covered a total of 160 to 170 acres and was home to 11,000 to 11,500 people based on household counts. although best known for its Roman remains visible today, dating from AD 79. It was built upon a substantial city dating from much earlier times. Expansion of the city from an early Old Town accelerated after 450 BC under the Greeks following the Battle of Cumae. With the arrival of the Greeks in Campania from around 740 BC, Pompeii entered the orbit of the Hellenic people. The most important building of this period is the Doric Temple, built away from the center in what would later become the triangular forum. At the same time, the cult of Apollo was introduced. Greek and Phoenician sailors used the location as a safe port. In the early 6th century BC, the settlement merged into a single community centered on the important crossroad between Cumae, Nola, and Stabii, and was surrounded by a two-faceti wall. The first wall, which was also used as a base for the later wall, enclosed a much greater area than the early town together with much agricultural land. Such an impressive wall was built at this time indicates that the settlement was already important and wealthy. The city began to flourish and maritime trade started with the construction of a small port near the mouth of the river. The earliest settlement was focused in regions of the Old Town. This ancient city has provided us with incredible insights into ancient Roman society. From its finely decorated villas and murals to the preserved streets and even bakeries, Pompeii offers a comprehensive picture of daily life in the Roman Empire. Unfortunately, the eruption of Mount Vesuvius caused the tragic loss of thousands of lives and the destruction of a thriving city. However, through the discovery and preservation of Pompeii, we can now immerse ourselves in the ancient world, appreciating the art, culture, and architecture of the Romans. So, next time you find yourselves in Italy, be sure to visit this extraordinary time capsule that is Pompeii. Deep within the annals of ancient history lies the captivating tale of Pompeii, a city frozen in time by the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. This extraordinary event indelibly marked the landscape and preservation of an entire civilization, offering modern-day archaeologists invaluable insights into the day-to-day lives of ancient Romans. Situated near present-day Naples in southern Italy, Pompeii is an archaeological marvel that continues to captivate and bewilder visitors from across the globe. Pompeii, originally a bustling Roman town, enjoyed a prosperous existence for centuries before its untimely demise. With a population estimated at around 20,000 inhabitants, the city thrived due to its strategic location as a vital port and a bustling commercial center. Roman villas, opulent theaters, public baths, and a plethora of temples dedicated to various gods adorned the streets, representing the vibrant Roman lifestyle of the time. However, the city's fate would change forever on that fateful day in 79 AD when Mount Vesuvius erupted, belching forth an enormous cloud of ash, gas, and pumice stones. The volcanic eruption swiftly and mercilessly buried Pompeii under layers of ash and debris, preserving it for centuries to come. Little did the city's inhabitants know that their lives and possessions would become suspended in time, providing a window into the Roman Empire's distant past. Rediscovered in the 18th century, Pompeii continues to enthrall historians, archaeologists, and visitors alike. The meticulous preservation of buildings, everyday objects, and even human remains has granted a unique insight into the lives of Pompeii's ancient citizens. The UNESCO World Heritage Site offers an unparalleled glimpse into the Roman world,
And the more important,
showcasing frescoes, mosaics, and structures that remain astonishingly intact.
of the aediles, which were responsible for
Wandering through the remarkably preserved streets of Pompeii,
the maintenance of streets.
one can step into the homes of the ancient Romans and marvel at their exquisite taste in art and architecture.
Place where the population at large would occasionally
The sprawling forum, Pompeii's political and social hub, bears witness to the meetings, commerce, and vibrant activity that animated the city. From the House of the Faun, renowned for its impressive mosaics and statuary, to the spectacular amphitheater, where gladiatorial battles once raged, Pompeii's remains evoke the glory of a bygone era. As we embark on a journey through Pompeii's ruins, we are granted a unique opportunity to explore the daily routines, social dynamics, and cultural practices of an ancient civilization. Through elaborate frescoes depicting myths and tales, the remains of communal baths, and the haunting remnants of the victims of the eruption,
are still covered with electoral slogans.
we can vividly imagine the lives that unfolded in this extraordinary city.
Candidates' supporters. Over
The Basilica del Rosario di Pompeii, also known as the Pontifical Shrine of the Blessed Virgin of the Rosary of Pompeii,
that the great Cicero, ironically,
is a renowned Catholic cathedral, Marian Pontifical Shrine, and minor basilica located in Pompeii, Italy. Key aspects: foundation, commissioned and co-founded by Bartolo Longo and his wife, Countess Mariana di Fusco.
as a god on earth.
Significance: it is a major Marian pilgrimage center dedicated to the Virgin of the Rosary, attracting millions of pilgrims
He
annually.
was the father of Romulus.
History: construction started in 1876, and the sanctuary was completed in 1897.
At the root of public and religious.
It was elevated to a papal basilica in 1901 by Pope Leo XIII.
The Forum. At the
Architecture and design: it's a late 19th century Catholic cathedral featuring vaulted ceilings with opulent artwork.
Of Agrippina.
Originally a single-nave church, it was expanded in the 1930s with two smaller naves, a crypt, and a new dome to accommodate the growing number of visitors.
Although the greater part
The facade is made of travertine,
the Pompeians revered
topped with a statue of the Virgin of the Rosary.
populations were imbued with a
The
strong
bell tower,
sense
a
of
separate structure, was built in 1925. Interior: the basilica boasts stunning interiors with beautiful paintings, frescoes, and a large number of details.
is reflected in the countless
The high altar displays a venerated painting of the Madonna of Pompeii.
and other divinities who protected the
Bell tower: the bell tower offers a magnificent view of the Pompeii Valley, Mount Vesuvius, and the Gulf of
which
Naples.
coexisted with the ones consecrated
Location:
to the gods of
situated in the
religion
city of
and
Pompeii, Italy, near the archaeological excavations.
This
Points of
heavenly
interest:
divinity
venerated painting. The sanctuary houses a painting of the Madonna of Pompeii, believed to be miraculous and the object of deep devotion.
revered the gods of nature.
Pilgrimage site: the basilica is a significant pilgrimage destination, particularly during May and the first Sunday in October. Historical significance: the shrine played a role in the conversion of Bartolo Longo and the subsequent promotion of devotion to the Holy Rosary.
It is not always
Accessibility:
easy to understand the
entry to the
features of
basilica
the
is
Florentine
free, while there is a
This
small
chapel
fee to
is the most
access the
famous
bell
painting of the
tower.
ancient world, from which the Villa of
In
the
summary,
Missals takes
the
its
Basilica
name.
del Rosario di
Represents
Pompeii
various
is a
moments in the
significant
initiation
Catholic
of the
shrine,
Roman to the rites of a secret and
known for its
forbidden
beautiful architecture, rich history, and as a popular pilgrimage site dedicated to Our Lady of the Rosary.
Thus the god's folly set an end to the story of this extraordinary city. Today, these rigid bodies, their desperate or sometimes resigned expressions, awake in us an indefinable feeling of anguish and compassion. They invite us to meditate on the ephemeral nature of man. But at the same time, they make us reflect on the deepest meanings of life. All this makes Pompeii a unique place existing out of time, a magic crossroads where the past merges with the present and the future, a city full of life, eternal and immortal.
Thank you for joining me today on this virtual trip to Pompeii. I hope you've enjoyed this insightful exploration into the past. Remember, history is not merely about dates and facts, but about the stories and lessons we can glean from our ancestors.
My family and I have been to Pompeii many times over the years. My first visit there was in 1977, and my last trip so far was back in 2011. But I do plan on going back in the near future for one last visit. Every time I went there, I always found a new, unearthed part of the city that was not discovered prior. From my very first trip in 1977, I always felt a sense of closeness with the city and its lost citizens. I always felt a sense of deja vu at many parts of the city, and every new corner I turned made me feel like I was back there before 2,000 years ago. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification icon for the latest videos as they are released. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one. Ciao for now.